Welcome to Classic Game Room. Do you enjoy playing games on your Super Nintendo? Well, you're only shortchanging yourself if you're not using the Interact SUPERPAD, which has even more super for the Super Nintendo, which is super. It is. It's beyond super. It's supertacular.
There's a whole lot of color going on this gamepad. It's the SUPERPAD from Interact, which is indeed super, because it says so. And what better way to play Super Mario World on your Super Nintendo than with a SUPERPAD, dressed like Superman. Unlike Superman, the Interact SUPERPAD doesn't do anything fancy. It actually looks and feels a lot like the regular Nintendo brand Super Nintendo controller, except it carries over the original Super Famicom color scheme. It's a bit larger than the regular SNES controller and has some raised areas on the back that give you additional grip with your fingers. But the feel of the D-pad and the buttons is remarkably similar. It's an aftermarket controller that doesn't do too much. There's no fancy light-up buttons, there's no turbo. It's not even wireless. It just does enough to make it a good replacement controller. Even though the color scheme does not match the American Super Nintendo, it's not even close, but a lot of people would say that's a good thing. It comes with a generous amount of wire and has a big plug which is easy to grab. Sadly, the SUPERPAD doesn't make me any less awful at Super Mario World, which is what I'm playing here, but it does play like a good Super Nintendo controller. And if you've broken, lost, or your tiger ate your other Super Nintendo controllers, this is an ideal replacement, which is easy to find online, and it really does the job well. It just feels like a solid controller. It's not gimmicky, and it has the cool Super Famicom styling that a lot of Nintendo enthusiasts should enjoy. I'll highly recommend this one if you can find it at a reasonable price. It's the SUPERPAD for the Super Nintendo, being used to play Super Mario World in this Super Classic Game Room review. Superb.